guys, welcome back to Till Vacuum Do Us Part. Today we're going to be sharing with you ways to save money. So if that's what you want to see, then just stay tuned. Okay, we're going to try to go through these kind of quickly so it's not a super long video, and we'll go more into detail on the ones that we need to. But the very first one you've heard us say a million times, and it is to cut cable.
Yeah, cable's one of the biggest ones you can cut right off the bat.
Because you don't need it. And we're not saying cut it forever, just while you're, trying to get out of debt or trying to build your 1,000 or whatever you're trying to do. Your emergency fund. These are just ways. You don't have to do them forever. A lot of you have said before you're in contract and you're stuck with a company right now, then go down to the basic plan. Just because you're stuck with them for a few more months or a year doesn't mean you have to have the limited time package. Go down to the basic and just do what you have to until you can get out of it.
Exactly.
Number 2 is to stay away from stores, and this is mainly for ladies, men too, but if I go into Ross or TJ Maxx or Home Goods or Target, I'm going to find something I want. So if I just stay away, then I don't know what I'm missing out on. So if you're trying to save money, just stay away.
True. Yeah, our pastor just talked about Amazon.com, he's talking about habits right now. Mm-hmm. And if Amazon.com is just bringing you down every time you get on there, you just can't help it, you got to buy. You might have to have some accountability and maybe lock down the app after 5 minutes on there, or give somebody else your password, have them change the password and they've got it. And if you want to make a purchase, you have to go through them. That's if you're just a shopaholic and you can't, you can't cut it back, but that's extreme, but that'll work if you can't stay away from it. Just have some accountability. Do whatever you got to do to save that money.
Exactly. Fix your thermostat. So right now it's super cold, so don't let the heat run all day, especially if you're not at home. If you leave to go to work, turn it down. Me and Savannah are here all day long, but I still turn it down, and I have a heated blanket, or we'll put socks on. When it's cold, you can find ways to get warm. If you go vacuum your whole house, you'll get warm. If you go make the bed, do workout, do something to get active. And then when it's summer and you're trying to cool off, that means you're just gonna lay on the sofa and not do anything.
Right. Yeah, it saves you more than you think.
It really does.
It does.
Another one is stop eating out, which was really hard for us.
Yeah.
So what we did, because we don't enjoy cooking, but we couldn't afford to eat out when we were trying to save and pay things off. And we were lucky that both of our families live in the same town. So we would go eat with them once a week. We would eat with my parents once a week and then his parents once a week. And they loved it. They loved getting to see us, spend time with us. They loved getting to see Savannah. So you could do this with friends, maybe even take turns. I don't know. You can figure out a way, but stop eating out so much if you're saving.
Yeah.
Shop your house before you buy. So say you're needing a piece for your house. The best thing I learned I could do was shop my house. So normally once you start that, it changes every room, but if you're looking for a piece, go find a piece in another room you don't necessarily love it in there and move it into the other room. And I don't know how many times I've redecorated my house without spending any money.
Hundreds of times. I can vouch for that. It's a lot of times.
Rearrange, move stuff around.
You can make it look completely different just by moving things around, for sure.
Just literally take everything off the walls of the decor, put it in your living room, and then re-put it up.
Yeah.
Just try something. It'll make it feel fresh again, and it's free. Buy used. So if you do need to buy something, like when we needed a new washer and dryer, we bought used.
Yeah.
When we needed a new refrigerator, we bought used. So just because you're needing something new doesn't mean it needs to be brand new.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be from Best Buy for $1,500. It could be $200 off Craigslist, which is what we do for refrigerators, stoves, microwaves. We bought it all. Washer and dryer, we've bought twice off of Craigslist, I think, in the last 15 years or so, or I guess 11 years. So yeah.
Savannah's really good. It's kind of all she knows now, and we just bought her a new American Girl doll, and it was $30 off Facebook Marketplace, and she loves that thing as if it's brand new.
Exactly.
You don't have to spend $120. I mean, you can if you have the money. She has one that was a birthday present that she saved up for, but her rest were all bought used, and she loves them just as much. So I love that she already knows that.
Yeah.
Another one is turn off the lights. So I'm bad about I love lights,
yes,
but he'll go around turning them off.
I'll go behind her and turn them off.
It's one of those things. It's small savings, but it's savings.
It adds
up.
I
mean, it will start to add
up. It does reduce your bills, and an extra $20 a month off this bill, and an extra $10 off a month on that bill. It starts adding up.
Cut or cancel any subscriptions or services you don't need.
Yeah.
Now, if you need it, it's one thing.
And this can be temporary too. Yeah. If you've got iTunes music subscription or something.
Magazines.
That you don't have to have that. You can listen to the radio on the way to work. You can have, podcast or something, or just watch YouTube for free to listen to music or whatever you do. But there's a lot of free options to listening to music or to watching stuff. So that's huge. Just certain subscriptions that aren't necessary, you can save a lot of money quickly. If you're trying to save your first 1,000 or pay down debt or save for your emergency fund, you can get rid of those subscriptions.
Yeah. Because you want to get through it as quickly as possible. I feel
Exactly.
like that's why we're so extreme with it, is you could spend 10 years just taking your time and making small changes, or you could be like hardcore and get it done in 2. Like,
Exactly.
And then you get to live like no one else because you're done and through with it.
Right.
So that's our approach.
Yeah, and you probably won't be successful at this if you drag it on for 10 years. You're not gonna, if you try to cut everything for 10 years and you're just, that's not gonna work. You just want to be hardcore at it because it's more the instant gratification. That's how we're all wired to work as humans, is you want instant gratification. So paying everything off quickly and just going, head over heels for it. It's
And then you
the
can
best
go
way
back.
to go.
And then if you want cable, go get cable.
Exactly.
If you want to go eat out, that's what we choose to do. Now that everything's paid off, we go eat out. And we don't have to feel guilty for it.
Right.
Another one is make homemade items. So I still do this just because it's better in our septic, but I make homemade laundry detergent. I made softener. I've made all-purpose cleaners. I've made Windex. You can make gifts like candles, hand scrubs. You can, with Pinterest now, you can pretty much make anything super easy and do it way cheaper, and it tends to be way healthier too. So it saves money and it's healthier.
I remember the laundry detergent saved us whenever we were going through these steps and trying to save for our emergency fund. That was how we could save a lot. It was just laundry detergent alone, because that adds up.
And I have a video on that, so you guys can look back in my previous videos of how I make that if you guys are interested.
What if we just talk about coupons real quick? We're talking about like laundry detergent, supplies, cleaning supplies, all that.
Use coupons.
Yeah, use coupons wherever you go. If you are going out for, if you're trying to cut back on eating out, but if you do go eat out, most restaurants have some type of coupon, even the nice ones. We love to go to Olive Garden.
And only go to one where you can use it. So like Logan's, Olive Garden, Chili's, a lot of them have apps now, and you can get deals from there. McAllister's.
McAllister's has an app where you get free food on there. You get
you're
$5
buying
off.
something online, before you check out, go search promo codes for that. You can typically always find at least a 10% off or free shipping or something.
Yeah.
Do not check out until you found a promo code to use.
Exactly. Before we buy online anywhere, we Google promo codes for those sites. Groupon's a huge one where you can get some big discounts on Groupon.
Yes.
And
For
you can always get
vacations,
20% off or 30% off if you just search for a code for that.
And Groupon's, you can do dinners, you can do vacations, like they have everything.
Definitely. We've bought food before if it's one of our favorite restaurants. I'm trying to think what it was. It was like Brownie's Hamburgers, which I think is local, but they did one where you can get 2 meals for less than the price of one, basically. So we just were pre-paying
Well, and
for
you
it.
pre-buy them. So one time we took a mini vacation to Texas, and we did a few of our eating, like desserts and things. We had pre-bought the Groupon to save us money while we were on vacation.
Yeah.
So definitely plan ahead, and they're all over, so they're not just local. Call and lower your bills. This is a huge one.
That's one of the biggest ones.
This is one of the biggest ones, besides cable.
Because you won't realize how much you're truly overpaying for things until you start looking, deep into the bill and trying to cut money. You realize you don't need that, the fastest, highest speed internet if all you're doing is, watching YouTube occasionally, and if you're not, downloading stuff or video gaming heavily.
Even if you are, you may need to cut back just for a little while while you save.
Yeah, we're able to run a whole YouTube channel, constantly on the internet for $50 a month, and some people might be paying $150 for internet.
Cell phones, lower your data, lower your minutes. Half the time you look at it and you're like overpaying for unlimited plans that you may not need. Now, if you can't afford it, go for it. But if you can get those lowered for a short time, car insurances, all that.
So insurance, you definitely want to be insured. We're not saying that, but a lot of people are overinsured, and we found out we were overinsured once we started looking into it. So to check out your car insurance, that's one of the biggest savings right there. Home insurance, you can still have some savings, but I always, in our situations, I found car insurance we were always overpaying for, especially if you have a really old car over 10 years. You might not need the full comprehensive collision, all that. I think I just have liability on my car now. Hers is a little bit nicer and newer and worth more, so we do have a little bit more coverage on hers, but mine's just liability for
because we have the car saved for too, so that helps.
Yeah, if it's only worth a couple thousand, like mine might be worth just $3,000-$4,000, so it's not worth paying huge premiums for. If it does get in a wreck, and it won't take much to get it totaled, and we have cash for it saved, so you can save a lot in premiums with insurance if you cut back on that.
Yeah. Another one is do a no spend day, do a no spend week, do a no spend month, where you just like section off and be like, we're not going to spend any money this week. We're going to just eat what we have in the cabinets. If nothing, like we're not spending money. If a gift comes up, we're going to re-gift something that we have in that closet.
I remember we did that when we were first married several times, even years after we were married. There was a time where I think we had $20 for 5 days that we had to make it before I got paid.
Creative. The trick is getting creative when you're trying to save money.
Definitely, yeah. Lots of just whatever you have in the cabinet: grilled cheeses, mac and cheese, Roman noodles or ramen noodles, whatever they are.
Run out, go to your friend's house. Say, I need dinner. Buy store brand foods and like shop at Aldi's, shop at Walmart. A lot of you guys are shopping at Target. I love Target, but you guys are overpaying for your groceries.
Definitely.
So definitely check into that.
Yeah, Aldi's really good if you have an Aldi.
They will save you a chunk.
They do save you money for sure.
It's kind of work, but.
Yeah. And then we like buying the store brand at Walmart. Great value.
Yeah. Another one is organize and declutter. You will be shocked at the products you find that you're like, oh, I need lotion. And then you go declutter your cabinets and you have like 6 bottles of lotion, or you need laundry detergent. You might declutter your house first because you may have items that you're going to buy that you already have. So we do that a lot with toothpaste. Yeah. Chase is always like, we need toothpaste. And I'm like, we have it. And so I get it and I look in the drawer and I'm like, we have 6 things of toothpaste. So like, just be aware when you're making your list, open up and make sure you actually need it before you buy it. Another one with that is when you're going to the grocery store, only take cash in. Do not take your wallet. Do not take credit cards. Then you are not going to overspend. You are going to count everything that goes into your basket, or you're going to be really embarrassed when you go to check out.
Exactly. It'll keep you in check.
Yeah. Another thing I like is the Walmart online grocery, where you do online pickup, because I see my total as I go. Yeah. And so say we have an $80 budget. If I look at it and I'm at 87, then I'm like, okay, what do we not need? Yeah, start taking it out for the week. What can we go this week without needing? And so it's visually, so you're not adding it up like at Walmart.
Definitely.
I'll leave my link down below in the description box, but we love that. It's saved us so much money.
It does. It keeps you right on budget. Just like she said, if you can only spend 80, then it adds up your groceries plus tax, and you can take away from it if you need to stay right at that $80. So we love it.
Yeah. Another way to save money is stop buying clothes for a little while. Girls, get creative. Start mixing and matching things you wouldn't. Reorganize your closet so it makes you think about what you're pulling out. Another trick is if you have like a shower, a wedding, some type of event that you need a dress for one time, ask your friends, ask your sisters, ask your neighbors, find somebody your size and be like, hey, I need a black dress for just this one night. I get asked that before. My sister will come over. We don't care. I'd rather it get used than set in my closet. So that's one way to get creative so you don't buy clothes. You can survive without clothes. Trust me, you probably have more than enough in your closet. So just make it work and do not buy clothes during this time.
Yeah. And also this would be a time where you cut out going to the movie theater and buying popcorn. Yes. I mean, that can get, $30 for a date night, just going to the movie theater. So
do it at home.
Pop some popcorn in the microwave and watch one of your DVDs that you've got at home.
Stay up late.
Definitely. Yeah. And another thing is coffee. I don't know if that's on her list to talk about, but coffee. If you go to Starbucks every day, I work at a place where there's free coffee there every morning. So that's what I do. It's completely free. If you don't have that at your place of work where you don't work, you're just at home, you can buy a really cheap coffee pot. I know they have Keurigs. They could be, I've seen the cheap ones around $59 brand new, but you could just get a cheap $15 one, just a coffee pot, and use that. And then you can buy the bulk, Folgers coffee or whatever you like.
Buy your little to-go cup so you feel fancy.
Exactly.
Get a little fancy straw if you need it.
Yeah, it'll save you so much money instead of going to Starbucks every day. So that's a big one that it's hard for them to cut that out if they're used to Starbucks. But there's other coffee out there just as good, and you can buy it from the grocery store and make it at home.
You'll survive until you get out of debt.
Yeah.
Trade babysitting. So we luck out. We have some awesome neighbors. We have family close by. But I don't know how many times I'm like, oh, I need to run to the grocery store, and Savannah doesn't want to go with me. She'll just go to the neighbor's house, and they'll do the same. They're like, hey, I need to do this, or we have, she's off from school. Can you watch her? And it's a win-win because it's like a play date for the kids. And for me, as an only mama or only child mama, Savannah actually has somebody to play with other than me. So I love when somebody's like, hey, can my daughter come play? And I'm like, yes, please. I can edit. So definitely just work that out with your friends and just as needed. So when you want to go on a date night, maybe you don't have to throw babysitting into the mix. You just say, hey, we'll watch your kids tonight if you'll watch ours this night, and kind of just exchange babysitting. If you do have to buy like for a gift or for something, shop the clearance rack first. That is the first place I go. If it's Ross, TJ Maxx, Target,
I love
wherever.
Kohl's. I get my dress shirts for $2
Yeah.
at Kohl's whenever I stack, you know, at $5 off at 25, and then you know, I'll get every year my $10 for my birthday, and then I get 30% off coupons. I can get my shirts there
He'll buy
super
like
cheap.
$300 worth of clothing for like $1.42.
Definitely, it's
I
happening.
mean, he is so good. And you guys that do Kohl's totally get that, because I'll bring that up and they're like, yeah, I do that too. I can't do that there.
Yeah.
But, okay, another one is take your lunch. So eat leftovers, take lunches, do whatever you got to do. But during this time that you're trying to save money, don't eat out for lunch every day.
Yep, just small sacrifices for a short term. This isn't forever. It's just short term while you're saving your $1,000, paying off debt, and getting your emergency fund built up. It's temporary, and it'll be.
It's worth it.
The more you sacrifice, the faster you get through those steps, and it's definitely worth it at the end.
Okay, and the last one, it's mind blowing. Stop buying things you don't need.
Never would have thought of that.
Stop buying things you don't need. They're just filling up your house. It's clutter. It stresses you out. You have to keep moving it from one spot to the other while you clean, and then you end up donating it. Stop. Figure out I figured out that I kept donating home decor. And so I thought, how do I keep decluttering? And then I realized that was my guilty pleasure. I kept buying home decor.
Yeah.
So I just stopped, and it has saved so much money. Now I'll occasionally get a new piece, but like figure out what it is that you keep buying. Because normally it's one thing. It may be clothes for you. It may be coffee for you. It may be eating out for you. Figure out what it is and then cut that out while you're trying to save money, because that's probably what's taking a portion of your budget.
Definitely.
Is that good? Do you have anything else to add?
I don't think there's anything else. I mean, that's a pretty good list of ways to save money.
Just get creative. It is about getting creative. Figure out your budget. Look at it, like really figure out, like look at the last few months and figure out what you're spending the most on. Is it gas? Is it food? Is it Amazon? Whatever it is, figure out what it is and how you can get it down.
Yeah.
And that's the best thing.
It's definitely worth going through your bank statement or logging in online and going through your activity on your bank account,
You should
because
have
we've done
budget
that, and
anyways,
we've
yeah.
been shocked before at how much we've been spending on like food.
So
I think
that's
that's
why
our
we
biggest
pull out
one is
cash
food.
now.
Everything else is pretty set. But you know, I've gone through, like I said, insurance statements, and I've looked, and I'm like, wow, we are super covered. Actually, we're way too covered on all this stuff. And
Well, and if you're with them a while, like when you first did get with them 3, 4, 5 years ago, it was the best deal.
Right.
And then you haven't checked back with them, and it's like, whoa, this company over here can go way cheaper. So shop it. You don't have to be with them just because you've been with them and they used to give you a good deal. Do what's best for you, not the company. Not the insurance
exactly.
company.
We were with an insurance company for 10 years for all, you know, home and auto, and we recently switched within the last year to a different company
it's
because
scary.
it
It's
is.
scary
It's
to
not
switch.
fun leaving, and they question you, why are you leaving us? You've been here 10 years, and it came down to we can get the same coverage for a lot cheaper at another place. So, you know, if you can't cut it with the same company, shop around definitely to other insurance companies.
It doesn't hurt.
It saved us a lot of money.
It
for
did.
Sure.
It really did. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned like a few new like tips and tricks. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the week, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.